welcome back to the Sandra Page Things. I'm Sandra. If you're new here, it's so good to have you here. And guys, it's February now, so we are starting off the February Finance Focus series. I'm excited about it. I will say I had this planned months ago before I knew my financial situation was going to be changing significantly. So this is going to be interesting and not exactly what I had planned, but we're still going to go with it. I have a lot of things that I've planned instead of what the original plan was. I hope that makes sense. So basically for this video, it's just going to be an overview of all that entails for the series. First, I'm going to go through and I'm going to share with you guys the 3 kinds of videos that I'll be sharing this month on YouTube. I'm going to share my Patreon plans that I had talked about in a previous video and whether I'm doing anything with that or putting it off. I'll share that with you guys in a minute. So then towards the end of the video, the content of this video, I'm going to be sharing all about my financial situation, my job situation, my debt situation, and then what I'm doing about it. This video is essentially going to be one of my finance update videos that I will put out every Saturday in the month of February. And essentially what that's going to entail is an update on my financial status. Maybe not to the dollar of what I have, but basically how I'm doing financially, bill paying and paying off debts. I was babysitting every morning, Monday through Friday, up until the end of December when I had already planned this series. After that, the little boy that I watched has started preschool, so I have not been doing that and I don't have anything else right now. So bills were interesting to figure out how to pay before, and now it's really rough, so I will be updating you guys on how I'm doing that. And then if anything extra comes, hopefully I can put something towards debt. So I'm going to get into that later in this video and in the videos to come. That's essentially what every Saturday will be, talking about debts, talking about my financial situation, how I'm doing on paying bills. It sounds boring, but people love this stuff, and I know I love watching stuff like this, so I hope it's interesting for you guys. The second type of video that we'll be doing this month is going to come out every Monday or Tuesday, and it's essentially going to be book review updates of the financial focused books that I'm reading. You can see some of them in the background there. Those are some of the books that I will be reading. I have a list in my planner, and I'm going to be updating you guys on that every Monday or Tuesday. I haven't decided which day, but this coming Monday or Tuesday will be my TBR, which stands for to be read, and I'll go through with you guys and tell you what books are included in that this month. And so then the third type of video, I'm going to try it. I cannot guarantee that it's going to work, but I am going to try it. If you don't see any from me, that's because it didn't work. But I'm going to try Monday through Friday. I would like to do a daily work with me live stream. And so basically what that will be is maybe 4 to 5 hours in the morning of just like, I'll be working on my daily devotions, my morning pages, my reading goals, as well as creating online digital products. The idea for that, I did this with studying for the bar exam, and it really helped me to like study alongside a video, and I know a lot of other people find that motivating and helpful, and so I want to do that just like a work version of that to keep me motivated and working, and you guys motivated as well if you join in with those live streams. Now, I can't do live stream on my mobile app with YouTube, so I'm having to use a second app to stream into YouTube, so it's a little iffy and I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but I'm going to try it. What I have decided to do with Patreon, and this may come this month and it may come later, but I'm going to try to get it set up for this month. I'm going to start out with just one level, which would be a $3 a month level, which basically would give you access to my weekly book review videos early, or what I'm thinking about doing is putting up daily either unedited or lightly edited book review footage, like whatever I would be putting into that weekly video. I'm thinking of uploading it daily on Patreon, and then you guys would have access to that every day instead of waiting once a week. And then there would also be some sort of live stream or live chat option going along with that. So it could be kind of like a book club, but not quite as serious yet. I want to see how it works first before I implement an actual book club. And then it would also be focused on what I'm reading. You could, of course, share what you're reading, and it would just kind of be a fun conversation instead of like a serious, like we're all reading this book and we're going to meet and we're going to talk about it. Now we're going to get into the content of this video that gives me anxiety, and that is the whole point of our Saturday videos. So this will kind of give you an example of what you can expect over the course of the next 4 Saturdays, I think it is. So the first thing that I'll be sharing each week is my job search update, because I still don't have anything. And that is the update. I still don't have anything. I just keep applying and applying and applying and talking to people and applying, and nothing has come of that yet. And so I'm kind of having to take matters into my own hands and work more on digital products, because I already sell digital products as it is. I just need to make that more a frequent occurrence and see if I can make some money that way. And then I also will be babysitting one day this week, and obviously I have bills that are far exceeding that, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. We'll talk about that in a minute. So the rest will be like digital products, like I said, and then also, I guess, advertising more Poshmark. What I have on eBay, I still need to go through and take some things off of eBay, but I do have like my Critical Pass flashcards for bar review. They're on there. If someone bought that, it's $140, and even if they made like $100 offer on it, like that would be huge in paying bills and getting rid of stuff that's taking up space. But yeah, so Poshmark, eBay, and then the digital products. I'm still hoping and praying that somebody that I've applied to will message me and say, yes, we'd love to have you, or, you know, an interview or something. But that hasn't happened yet. And it's very stressful. So now we'll get into the overall view of my finances without giving you guys the exact number. I have about $220, give or take a little bit, and that does not count what's in my savings. I'm not including my savings in this anymore. I am really aiming to leave my savings account alone. It doesn't have a lot in it, but I'm working on building that back up, which is going to take time. For right now, paying the bills is the priority, and I can't really make any debt payoff payments until my bills are covered. The bills that I have 5 main bills every month. I have 2 credit cards that I have money still on from my bar exam fees and travel fees, and like when I would go out to the state that I'm licensed in, when I'd go out on interviews, and then also I guess a little bit still from when I was there this past summer. So all of that is on my credit cards that I have to make monthly minimum payments on, and I hate that because I was never the minimum payment girl before I took the bar exam, and that really bothers me. Minimum payments, one this month is gonna be $50, and then the other one I think is $75. Then this coming week, I'll have my car insurance, which is like $160. Next week, I have my car payment, which is about $260. At the end of the month, I'll have my health insurance, which is about $250. So those are my 5 monthly bills. So it's approximately, if I'm doing the math right, it's approximately $700 of monthly expenses on 0 income. So this is gonna be a super fun month. Pray for me, honestly. If 200 something people signed up for my Patreon, I could pay my bills this month. Just saying. Of course, it's not set up yet, so don't try to look because it's not there. So those are my monthly bills. I'll be updating you week by week as to what I pay. So like I said, I have like $200-ish. So then the last thing I want to share with you guys is, well, I don't want to share this because I hate it, but the last thing I'm going to share with you guys is my debts and the debts that I really want to pay off. You guys, if you've seen my videos in the last 2 months, you know that I want to pay off my credit cards and my car this year. I never mentioned this, but I also want to pay my mom back for the Airbnb that I had to use this summer when I was working out of state. I'll owe my mom for the Airbnb, and then I want to pay off my 2 credit cards and my car payment. And so then my goal is that going into 2021, the only debt that I would have is my student loan from law school. As fortunately my undergrad is paid off already and my grad certificate's paid off already, but I still have my law school loan. Go ahead and let you guys know the estimate of what those debts are. I really want to do, like, if you see on YouTube, there are a lot of debt payoff channels and videos talking about that. I really want to do those. However, I can't really be making payments at this point, as I've already said a billion times. So I'm not giving you guys the exact amount until I get to the point where I can be making payments on that and share that with you guys. But the estimate of what I owe is about $1,200 for my mom for the Airbnb, approximately $2,000. It's definitely more than 2,000, but in the 2,000 range for one of my credit cards and in the 3,000 range for the other one. A total of 6,000 for those two. One's in the 2,000 range, one's in the 3,000, plus some hundreds of dollars on each of those. And then my car is approximately $11,300, and then my student loan, who last I checked was about $170,000. So that is it. Sorry, this was kind of a depressing start to our series in February, but I did want to give you guys the overview for everything to look forward to. I really wish that I had a significant income that I could say, like, hey, we're going to be making these strides toward paying off debt. But I will encourage you guys, if you have the opportunity to cut expenses or make any kind of payment at all, do it. Do yourself a favor. Don't be in this position. It's terrible. So I will encourage you guys with that, and be thankful if you can pay your monthly bills, because that is a blessing, and I wish that I could say the same. That is all for this video. I will be back actually tomorrow with my first book review on this gem right here, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's a bestseller. So many people have read this. If you've never read it though, be sure that you see my video tomorrow, because I'll be sharing my favorite quotes and things that I liked about this book. I'll also be sharing, like, how many chapters is it, how many pages, is it an easy read, a hard read, whatever. So I'll be sharing all of that in my video tomorrow. And then after that, the TBR will come out Monday or Tuesday, and then of course we'll be hopefully doing live streams if they work. So guys, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end of the first February finance series. I definitely want to have these videos to look back on, so that when I am doing well financially, and it is going to happen, I can look back and see how God is faithful and how grateful I will be at that point that I'm not where I am now financially. So I will talk to you guys next time, hopefully tomorrow, Monday, or next Saturday, depending on what video you are looking out for next. Be sure that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of them, and I will talk to you guys then. All right, bye.